Welcome grade 5. How are you today? Today is 6th of April 2020. Our topic today, topic 15, lesson 15.2, more numerical pattern. Please write the date of today and be ready. Okay, my dear? You have to remember the pattern and the rule. Okay, and solve and share. Let's read the question first. During summer vacation, and Julie read 45 pages each day. Her brother Bert read 15 pages each day. So how many pages the girl read? Yes, 45. Okay, and her brother read 15 pages each day. Complete the tables to show how many pages each of them read after 5 days. What the relationship do you notice between the terms in each pattern. Okay, you will find two tables. The first one is for Jolly and the second one is for Parrot. So each one read amount of pages per day. The first one, the girl, is 45. So if she read the steady amount each day, so it will be, yes, the rule here going to be adding 45 each time. So in the first day, she started with 45 day, and we said it's steady, constant amount. So I'm going to add again 45, okay? So my rule here is to add 45 per day. So 45 plus 45 equal 90, okay? If we continue to extend the table, my dear, you are going also to add 45 plus 90 to get 135 plus 45 equal 180 plus 45, sure, 225. So this is how to fill the table according to the rule that belongs to the girl. Each day she read 45 pages. So each time she will increase 45 pages. So you will add 45 each time to get the next one. Okay. What about the brother here? The brother is called Brett. Brett read in the first day 15 pages, and also it's a constant amount he is going to add each day. So the next day he will read 15 plus 15 to get, yes, 30, plus 15 to get 45, plus 15, 60, plus 15, sure, 75. So this is how to fill the table according to the rule. This is first. But from the two tables in front of you, can you compare the amount of pages for Jolly and the amount of pages that Brett read? Sure. From the table, it's clear for me that Jolly is read more pages than Brett. I can deduce that Jolly read 3 times as much as Brett. So Jolly reads more, okay? That means it reads more pages than her brother. Okay, have the answer and be ready to look back in the same page. Okay, my dear. And look back. Explain why this relationship exists between the terms. And Julie reads 3 times as many pages as her brother, parrot, each day. At the end of each day, the total number of pages has read will be 3 times also. Also, the ratio here is constant between the two. Yes, the two persons here. She is more than her brother by 3 times the total number of parrot has read. Okay, my dear? Okay. Copy the answer. We are on page 819, by the way. 819. Look back and move to the next one. Okay. Do you think, convince me in page 820, do you think the relationship between the corresponding terms in the table that Jack created will always be true? Explain. This is the table. Since Jack runs 30 miles each week, add 30 to find the next term for the total miles run, and add 120 to find each term in the pattern for the total number of miles he biked. So he started to run in the first day in 30 miles. And in the first day of biking, he ride his bicycle for 120 miles. So the first start point is 30 and 120. So if we need to get the next term in the table, 30 plus 30 equals 60, plus 30 equal 90, plus 30 equal 120, plus 30 equal 150. This is for run. For bicycle, he started with 120. So the constant amount, steady amount he's going to add each day. So it's the second day, 240, plus 120 is 360, plus 120 is 480, plus 120 is 600, and so on. So he asked here about the relationship. Do you think the relationship between the corresponding terms in table Jack created will always be true? Sure. When we compare the corresponding terms in pattern, it will be, yes, all multiplied by 4. So if we multiply 30 by 4, it will be 120. If you multiply 60 by 4, it will be 240. If you multiply 90 by 4, it will be 360, and so on, as you see. So the relation here is he ride his bicycle 4 times more than he run. So the total number of miles biked is always 4 times the total number of miles run. Let's see the answer. Yes. The relationship here is always will be true. Why? Because he runs 30 more miles each week and bikes 120 more miles each week also. So the total number of miles he biked will always be 4 times the total number of miles he ran. Okay, my dear? Okay, copy the answer and be ready in the next page, 821, independent practice. Guided practice first. Okay, my dear. Question number 1 in guided, he asked you in 1 and 3, use the table on page 820. This table he means. And equal is says that the relationship between the terms is that the numbers of mile runs is 1/4 the number of miles pi. Do you agree? Explain. Yes, sure. Why? Because since the total number of miles piked is 4 times the total number of miles run, the total miles run is 1/4 the total numbers of miles piked. So the relationship here is constant between the two. Yes, between the two elements, run or pike. Okay. Focus on the table and try to deduce the relationship between the two terms that you have. You will find that pike is more than run each time by 4. Okay. Copy your answer and move to question number 2 in guided in the same page. Question number 2. How many total miles will Jack have run and piked after 10 weeks or 15 weeks? Okay. In this question, we have to do something. He asked me about the amount he will run or pike after 10 weeks. Okay. We are all agree from first that each time he increased the mile that he runs by 30 miles. So after from the table, sure, I'm still in the same table. So I'm going to multiply 30 by 10 because he is going to run the same amount of miles after or through 10 weeks. Through the table, 10 by 3 will be 300. And this is for run. What about bicycle? Also, multiply 10 by 120, the same amount. He add or increase each week. Okay, multiply 110 by 120 to get 1,200 each time. Okay. After 15 weeks, you are going to do the same, but not multiply by 10, multiply by 15. 30 miles by 15 equal 450. And 15 by 120 equal 1,800. So after 10 weeks, he will run 300 miles and bike 1,200. Also, yes, after 15 weeks, he will run 450 miles and 1,800 biked. Okay, my dear, cap your answer and be ready to the next one. Okay. Number 3, in the same page in guided practice, Miguel says that he can use multiplication to find terms in pattern. Do you agree? Sure, I'm agree with him. I'm just using it. If you focus this table, how can I get the amount after 10 weeks or after 15 weeks? Sure, I can use multiplication. Okay, my dear? Let's see the question again. Do you agree with him? Yes. Since equal amounts are being added in each pattern, multiplication can be used to find the total number of miles run and bike, because it will be like a repeated addition. Plus 30, plus 30, plus 30, plus 30, plus 120, plus 120, plus 120, repeated addition. Sure, I can make it simple by using multiplication. Okay. Now we finish guided, go to the independent It's the same page. Page number 821, independent practice. Use the rules add, don't forget. Please, with your pencil, underline this word. Add 25 and add 125 to help you. Okay, my dear? So you are going to complete the table, to fill the table by using the rule. The rule here means to add 150. I'm sorry, I'm confused. 250 and 125. So at first, or in the first month, the start point for Maria will be 250. And the start point for Henry will be 125. Let's see how. Maria and Henry are each starting a saving account. Maria puts 250 into her account each month, and Henry puts 125 into his account each month. So they increase the same amount for each one in each month. Maria starts with 250 and going to increase the same amount each week. So we are going to add 250 each time to get your saving. Henry does the same, but he starts with a small amount of money, smaller than his sister Maria or his friend Maria. 125 as a start point for Henry. He will increase the same amount of money each week. Okay, let's continue. In his account each month, how much money will each of them save or have saved after 6 months? Let's fill the table. Sure, I hear a lot of students now say, Mr. Walid, we can get it by multiplication. It's up to you. But in this statement, he ordered to get it by the table. So I have to fill the table. Okay, my dear? So in number 4, I'm going to depend on the requirement from the statement. I'm forced to use the table. So start to form the table and you make it easy for you and I draw it for you. With the start point number 1, 250 for Maria, and 125 for Henry. Okay, let's start with Maria. Maria started with 250 and going to do or increase the same amount of money each week. So 250 plus 250 equal 500. Easy. Plus 250, 750. Plus 250, 1,000. Plus 250, 1,250. Plus 250, 1,500. Okay. We are going to do the same with Henry, but with a small amount of money. He is going to increase with or add by 125 each time as he starts the first week. The second week will be 250 plus 125, 375 plus 125, 500 plus 125 will be 625 plus 125 will be 750 and so on. If you want to extend the table, fill your table and complete the answer. He asked about what? He asked about their saving after 6 months. From the table, in the 6 months, both of them will increase their account. For example, Maria will have $1,500 and Henry have $750. Okay, so complete your answer after filling in the table and be ready to question number 5. Okay, question number 5. What is the relationship do you notice between the total amount Maria has saved after each month and the total amount Henry has saved after each month. Sure, the amount of Maria or the amount of money for Maria will be more than her brother. So the total amount Maria has saved is always twice. Yes, twice the total amount that Henry has saved. How could you know that? From the table. Focus on the table. Focus on two consecutive amount in the same week. You will find each time multiply the same amount, the amount of Henry by 2 to get the amount of Maria, or divide the amount of Maria over 2 to get the amount of Henry. So the total amount for Maria has saved is always twice the total amount that Henry has saved. Okay, copy the answer and move to number 6. Okay. If Maria and Henry continue saving in this way for a full year, how many months are there in the year? Yes, 12 months. And the table end for 6 months. How much more will Maria have saved than Henry? It is not a difficult question, by the way. We said from first we can use multiplication. So you are going to calculate the amount of money that Maria will save in the year by multiplication. Maria saved 250 multiplied by 12 months that are found in the year. So by the end of the year, she will get $3,000. Okay? This $3,000 will be subtracted from the saving of her brother, Bert. So, Henry. Henry will save 125 multiplied 12 to get by the end of the year $1,500. So can I subtract the smallest amount from the biggest one and get the answer? You are going to subtract the biggest amount of money, 3,000, minus the smallest saving for Henry, 1,500, to get the total answer. Yes, the difference between them will be 1,500 more. Okay, my dear? Number 1, Soldan share?
Yes. No, guided practice.
One in guided?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I will get it for you. One in guided. Slide number 8, okay. This one, Malik?
Yes.
What's your confusion here?
I don't understand it.
Okay, can you read it, Malik?
Yes.
Read it, please.
Nico says that the relationship between the terms is that the number of miles run is 1/4 the number of miles biked. Do you agree? Explain.
Focus on the first week. You see it? He runs 30 and bike 120. Am I right?
Yes.
If we divided 120 over 4, the answer will be
30.
Again, the second week, he ran 60 and bike 240. If you divided 240 by 4, the answer will be
60.
Focus on the third week and do the same operation. You will find each time you divided the miles he biked over 4 will be the miles he ran.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this is the relationship between the two terms. The first term is the miles or number of miles he ran. The second term is number of miles that he biked.
Yes.
And sure, he biked more miles than he ran. Okay, my dear?
Okay, thank you.
The relationship as I explained it for you. Anything else, my dear?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Malik. Okay, let's see another one here. Ahmed Baha. Good morning, Ahmed. Ahmed Baha. Good morning, Ahmed. Okay, something wrong with Ahmed. Let's see another one. Lana.
Yes, mister.
Good morning, Lana.
Good morning, mister. Good morning, mister.
Okay, what's your confusion point, Lana?
Number
2 in what?
in guided.
Okay, my dear, 2 in guided. How many total miles will Jack have run and bike after 10 weeks? Do you know?
No.
Okay, this is the table. Okay, my dear, you see the table? Lana,
Okay, this is the thing. Yeah, I can hear
you hear me?
you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my table end with the 5th week. Okay?
Okay.
And he asked me in the question to calculate the miles after 10 weeks and also after 15 weeks. What can I do?
What?
I can extend my table in the same way and increase the same amount, but it will be a lot of steps and a lot of time. I advise you to multiply the amount you deduced from the rule. You know the rule of the table?
Yeah.
For run, adding 30, and for bike, adding 120. So after 10 weeks, you can multiply 30 by 10 to get the total number of miles, which equals 300.
From where we bring the multiply? If we have just the plus.
My dear, it will be repeated addition. We have 10 weeks and we add the same amount, repeated addition in 10 weeks.
Okay.
You get it now? So I'm going easily to multiply 10 by 30 instead of adding.
Yeah, thank you.
You understand it now?
Yeah, I understand it.
You are going to do the same to calculate the bicycle, 10 by 120. So after 10 weeks, he will run 300 miles. And also after 10 weeks, he will bike 1,200 miles. Doing the same after 15 weeks, multiply the same amount. He ran 30 by 50 by 15 to get 450, and do the same also for 15 by 120 to get 1,800. You heard me, my dear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's clear now for you, Lana?
Yeah.
Okay, my dear, thank you. Let's see another one. Okay, Zainab Ramadan. Good morning, Zainab.
Good morning, Mister.
How are you?
Fine.
Which confusion?
Number 12 and 13. They are not in the book.
Yeah. I see them. I will mention for that and make it correctly in the video. Don't worry, my dear. This is
Okay.
for the last lesson.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I
Anything
have
else,
another.
Zainab?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you know to multiply or add?
Very good. If you want to extend the table,
Okay.
you will add. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to calculate it mentally, it will be repeated addition, and repeated addition will lead you to multiply.
Okay.
Easy now?
Like when it's a big number, we multiply.
No, it is not related for numbers. It's related to the requirement. He asks you to do what? He asks you to extend the table or to calculate the amount of miles after certain amount of time. For example, in number 2, you see it in front of the screen?
Yes.
Zainab,
Yes.
you are following with me?
Yes, Mister.
If I asked you to extend the table for run and biked, what can you do? You are going to use multiplication? No. You are going to add the same amount, 30 plus 30 plus 30 for run, 120 plus 120 plus 120 for bike. Am I right?
Yes.
This is how to use addition. But in this question, he asks you, how many total miles will Jack have run and bike after 10 weeks? Repeated multiplication. You are going to repeat add 30, add 30, add 30 after 14 times. So easily multiply 30 by 10.
Okay.
You get it now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, my dear, you are welcome. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. The last one here, Usaid. Morning, Usaid.
Good morning, mister.
How are you?
Fine.
Which one you confused in, Usaid? Usaid.
Guided practice question number 3.
Okay, guided practice question number 3. My dear. Is this one?
Yes.
Look at the screen. Can you read it, please? Read it, Usaid.
12 says that he can use multiplication to find the terms in the pattern. Do you agree? Explain.
Yes. As we told, the pattern here is based on a rule. This rule told you to add each time a certain amount of numbers. Okay?
Okay.
So when you repeat the addition operation, it will be what? Multiplication, because multiplication means repeated addition.
Yes.
So I can use multiplication instead of repeated addition inside the pattern. So multiplication can be used to find the total number of miles on run and biked. Easy, Usaid?
Yes.
Okay, my dear. Watching, my dear students, and see you after tomorrow, inshallah, next lesson.